Hello students, good morning. I am Chandrashekhar. Welcome back to the English classes. Today we are going to discuss very important concept of session 7 in past tense. Today we are going to discuss that past perfect continuous tense. Today's topic is past perfect continuous tense. First, we will see the definition, even we will see the structure. This is an important point. Now, before going to that, in the last class, even I have explained all the past tenses, that is simple past tense. The structure of simple past tense is subject plus V2 plus object. Now, in the case of past continuous tense, we used subject plus was or were plus V1 ing form plus object. In the last class, even we discussed that past perfect tense, the structure of the past perfect tense is subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Now, today we are going to see the past perfect continuous tense. Let us first start with the definition. Now, what is the definition of the past perfect continuous tense? This tense is used to refer an action which began in the past and continued over a period of time till the given past time. Means this particular tense is generally used to refer an action which began in the past. The action is already began in the past and it is continued for a period of time. What period of time? Till the given past time. So that type of sentences which comes under past perfect continuous tense. Let us see the structure, you will identify, and how to write the tenses we will see with number of examples. The structure is as follows. One is subject plus had. Even in the past perfect also we used a had. So subject plus had adding with the being form plus V1 ing plus object. Next we should use since or for plus time. Now what is the usage of since and for? Even I explained in the present perfect continuous tense. Let us again recapitulate that particular concept why we are going to use since and for. Since denotes the point of time. It is going to denote the point of time. Let us see some examples, you will understand. Since 10 o'clock. Since 2005, we are talking since 10 o'clock. We are talking since 2005 year, since Monday, etc. Which we can use with respect to since, which is going to denote the point of time. Whereas, for denotes the period of time. What is the period of time again? For 4 days, for an hour, for 3 days, for 2 seconds. For 2 minutes, for 2 hours, etc. This is very important when you are going to use with the past perfect continuous tense. Now, I am explaining with the simple structure, that is affirmative form. Next, we will see completely what is affirmative form, what is the negative form, and what is the interrogative form. Now, this is a structure just now I explained. Subject plus had been, V1 ing plus object, since or for plus time factor. Let us see a small example, you will understand. Now I have taken the subject as what? He had been. I said that V1 plus ing form. Write, writing, read, reading, play, playing, dance, dancing. These are the different types of V1 ing forms we can use in your past perfect continuous tense, followed with the subject and since or for. Now how you can write this example? He had been writing for 2 hours. This sentence notifies that this person is writing since how many? For how many hours? For 2 hours. So for denotes what? Period of time. Now what are the subjects we can use in the past perfect continuous tense? Let us list out the subjects. Now you know very well what are the subjects are there. We are having number of subjects. You know what? That is personal pronouns like I, we, you. Next, third person singular he, she, it, and the third person plural they. Once again, the subjects we can use I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Plus, followed with that, we should use what? Had been. Plus, V1 ing forms. Just now I explained what are the verb 1 forms are there. There are so many verb 1 forms. Example, play, playing, speak, speaking, run, running, dance, dancing. So these are number of examples we can write this way. Even typing. So this is the structure. Followed with that, we should use the object, and just now I explained that we should follow with the since or for plus time factor. So hope you understood this structure very clearly, that how to write this particular structure. The subjects used are just now we explained. I and we are the first person singulars. Use the second person singular and plural. Third person is he, she, it is the third person singulars, and they is the third person plural. Now how you can write? I had been working, we had been playing, you had been speaking, he had been running, she had been dancing, it had been typing, or it had been raining, they had been walking. You can write number of examples with the object followed with since or for plus time. Here, just now I explained, we can add since with the following denotes the point of time, for denotes the period of time with the number of examples. Now we will see some few examples with respect to affirmative form, even negative form, and interrogative form. See the affirmative sentence structure, students. The structure just now we discussed with the affirmative sentence, the same thing as subject plus had plus been plus V1 ing plus object plus since or for plus time. Just now we discussed what are the different types of subjects. I, we, you, he, she, they. Even take the nouns also like Ram, Krishna, Abdul, Rahim. So all this we can take in the form of subjects. Had been followed with V1 ing, walking, playing, dancing, raining, speaking, listening. All these words becomes verbs forms of V1 ing form, followed with the verbs, that is objects with since or for. Since is used for point of time, for is used for the period of or duration of time. So plus time factor, that is the structure of the affirmative form. Now I will write only 2 examples. In the activity session, I give a few more examples to write with this example. I had been walking for 2 hours. I had been walking for 2 hours. Here the subject is what? I had been. V1 ing form is walking for 2 hours. See the example number 2. Ram had been playing cricket since morning. Here Ram is this noun, that is subject, followed with had been. Playing is a V4 form, that is V1 ing form. Object followed with the cricket, that is since morning. Just now explain how to use for and how to use with the since form. These are the 2 examples. Whereas the same thing if you are writing with a negative sentence, the structure is different. You can write in a different form. Here, subject plus, have plus, followed with that, we should write not, had not been, V1 ing, plus object, plus since or for, plus time factor. Only the difference is in the last classes from present tense, past tense, this is a past perfect continuous tense. Every tense I am teaching with a negative form. Every tense, when you are writing in this negative form, we should use with the had not. In the case of present tense, in the case of past tense, wherever you are writing with the negative form, it is followed with the helping verb plus not form. Now, in example number 1, how you can write? I had not been walking for 2 hours. In the case of negative sentence, if you are writing with the structure of with respect to the positive form of your past perfect tense, I had been walking for 2 hours. In this case, I had not been walking for 2 hours. The same thing with the example number 2. Ram had been playing cricket since morning. Here, in the negative form, we can write Ram had not been playing cricket since morning. So, hope you understood very clearly with this affirmative negative form. You should write some examples when I am giving the activity with respect to affirmative and negative form. Now, let us see with the interrogative sentence with respect to past perfect continuous tense. Students, see the interrogative sentence. The structure is as follows. With the past perfect continuous tense, WH family plus had plus subject, not. If the sentence contains, write down the not. Otherwise, if the sentence doesn't contains not, it is not required or mandatory. Plus be plus V1 ing followed with object plus since or for plus time. Once again, the structure of interrogative sentence with past perfect continuous tense is like this. WH family members. You know very well. In the last class only I said there are so many words with the WH family like what, way, why, etc. You can use any WH family member. So when you have to use the WH family member, I explained very clearly with the number of examples in the last sessions with respect to simple past, past continuous, etc. So, WH plus had plus subject plus not. If it is sentence contains, write down. Otherwise, it is not required. Plus being plus V1 ing plus object plus since or for plus time factor. When you are writing since, there is a small difference. See with this example number 1. So when to write what WH family I explained. When the sentence is clearly mentioning with where, you have to clearly give the answer. If your sentence is not required with the WH family, if it contains yes or no type of question, it is not required with the WH family. Example number 1. Where had Ram been walking for 2 hours? So, in negative and in the positive sentence, we wrote the same sentence with Ram had been walking for 2 hours. Here, how to write with the interrogative sentence? Where had Ram been walking for 2 hours? You have to give the answer. Next, had Ram been walking for 2 hours? It is not required to give the answer. Yes, Ram had been walking for 2 hours. So, you can give in such a manner. Second sentence. Since when had he been playing? Since when had he been playing? You have to say the answer. For 2 hours, for 3 hours, like that. So, interrogative sentences, you can write with the past perfect continuous tense in the following structure. Now, hope you understood students clearly with the affirmative form, even with the negative form and interrogative form. Now, you have to write few sentences with the past perfect continuous tense using first one with the affirmative, second with the negative, third with the interrogative with minimum 2 examples. Write down 2 examples taking any type of subjects, or you can take directly with the nouns as pronouns or with the noun forms. Once again, the worksheet and activity, write at least 2 examples using the above sentences with affirmative form, negative form and interrogative form. So hope you understood. Follow the videos properly from all the tenses from session 1. Today we are taking the 7th session. If you want to understand your tenses properly, you have to understand from session 1. Then you can clearly understand what is the difference between present and past tense. Today we are finished with the past tense. In the next class we are going to see the future tense with number of sessions. Thank you very much.